I am Abraham Karickam. I was a professor for about 30 years under Mahatma Gandhi University. Now I am coordinator for URI South India Sri Lanka region and also the Secretary General for Asia region. As a global staff member and also in charge of the URI Asia region, once in a year we have the Global Council and staff meeting together, and also this year we have the Accelerate Peace Conference in Stanford University. I am a member of this cooperation circle called Voices for a World Free of Nuclear Weapons. So that brings me here. Yeah, I was actually very much involved in the interfaith dialogue, especially with the World Council of Churches, and also we had a dialogue center in my own place. But it was exactly at this time that United Religions was initiated by Bill Swing. I heard about it. Then even I had my Cosmic Community Center for 10 years now, but then I affiliated this Cosmic Community Center with URI, and then it was actually the second cooperation circle in my region. So then I came to URI through Cosmic Community Center. We have two streams of cooperation circles. The new ones, if you have 7 people subscribing to the charter of URI, they can form a cooperation circle. But the condition is that there should be at least members from 3 religions or faith communities. But we can bring in also the existing organizations. Huge organizations are there, small organizations are there, NGOs and all. If they satisfy this condition, they can also become a cooperation circle. For example, in India we have some big organizations as units of URI, like the Sri Ramanuja Mission Trust, or in Sri Lanka the Shanti Sena, which is active in 15,000 villages. It's a huge organization. But we have these small organizations also with 7 or 15, 20 members. That is also possible. Both ways it is possible, because the Shanti Sena was a big organization already, but they applied and became a unit as cooperation circle of URI. But the small organizations also growing, because we have NGOs with various programs and projects, and they are also growing with URI. Yeah. Mostly people are very much concerned with the future of the earth and our planet, and also they are maybe experts in doing various projects for community development, in their own respective locale. But in URI they find an organization with which we can build peace in the world. It is a bridge building organization, it is not a religion. So all people with this kind of a vision to build a better world, they find URI as one of the best instruments in the world for building peace. So that is what attracts them to our fold. But it doesn't give money, but there are so many other benefits that a cooperation circle can get. For example, they are exposed to an international organization, they become part of an organization, and we have cooperation circles in 109 countries now. So when we come for an assembly, like the National Assembly or the Asia Assembly, we recently conducted one in Sri Lanka, there were about 200 people. So they listen to people, cooperation circles, the members of the cooperation circle from different parts of the world, the various projects that they are doing. They are all having different kinds of activities. For example, it will be Africa, what they do in Africa will be different from what we do in Asia. In North America it will be different, but all have the common goal of healing, and bridge building and peace building. So we come to learn what the other people are doing in different parts of the world, and also we are in communion, and we have a a feeling that there are people to support us. We are not in isolated regions doing something on our own, but our voice is being listened to by other people. So we gain a lot from the experience of the other people. But still we give little bit of money. For example, in Kerala, we had a project called Seed Grant. We gave little money to different schools. We started school CCs. So with this little money, they started several projects with students finding their own projects. For example, starting an interfaith library in the school, or de-addiction center. So they went to a whole village distributing pamphlets, and they wanted to make this village free of drugs and alcoholics and things like that. So numerous things can be done under the banner of URI. There are always tensions in our society. Wherever we are, religion is very good, but at the same time there are people who misunderstand religion, and they can propagate kinds of ideologies which can disturb peace and destroy people at times. So it is very essential to know the other. My neighbor, I should understand who he is, what she is doing, what his or her faith is. It's very important to understand the other who is my neighbor. Usually we don't know anything about the other. For example, we conducted a survey among the students, and we were so shocked to find that only 4% of the student community knew something about his neighbor or of the fellow student who belongs to another religion. That was really shocking. They always sit and learn in the same bench, but they don't know who or what his belief is or what he stands for, like that. So bringing them together for interreligious prayers or for sharing their own ideas and faith practices, that is so crucial. So if I don't know him or her, maybe I develop kind of fear consciousness about the other. If I know him or her better, then I am friends. I can easily become friends with them. So this is why interfaith bridge building is so important in our community. Even then they can be part of URI, because URI doesn't discriminate on the basis of faith. They can believe, they can be a believer, but they are free. We have so many people who don't subscribe to any religion, but they are happy to be members of the URI cooperation circles, because cooperation and peace, that is what is most important. So they can transcend the limits of the ideologies or faith bases and things like that. Definitely, because problems are everywhere. We have global problems, but at the same time we have conflicts in our own situations. Hindus and Christians, or Christians and Muslims, they can sometimes fight one another, and even within our communities, like the Christian communities, sometimes they fight. So tensions are everywhere. So we deal with these tensions at the local level, and at the same time we are part of the global movements for building peace, like Voices for the World, free of nuclear weapons and things like that. So nowadays what we find is that you live very peacefully in a country, but suddenly something can spring up which disturbs the peace. It may not be an ethnic conflict, it may not be a religious conflict, but some terrorists can disturb the peace of the whole region. It's quite unexpected things happen, like what happened in Sri Lanka recently. People were praying peacefully in the church, and suddenly from out of the blue somebody comes and kills so many people, and that creates a lot of tension. So our presence is very much needed in these communities where people are afraid and where there are conflicts, and we have a lot of programs catering to different communities at these levels when there are problems. That is exactly what happens, because usually I say we have to build peace when we have peace. Otherwise, it will be difficult. When there is a problem, we cannot go and directly interfere and create a peaceful atmosphere. It may not be possible. But we know the people of different communities. We know their faith or practices, and so if there is a problem, we have contacts everywhere, and we can discuss and find some solutions. So when we are active in peace building activities, when situations are normal, situations are peaceful, it will be easy for us to bring peace when there are problems. Otherwise, you will be nowhere. You don't know what to do. You don't know whom to contact in the other faith communities. But now we know people, all people. We know the Maulavis, we know the Christian bishops, and we know the Hindu leaders, and we know because usually we come together. So when there is a tension, it is very easy for us to address that tension because of the URI presence in that region. Basically, the essence of a human being, the basic nature, I believe, is good. There is a divinity in the human beings. We are all Buddhas or Krishna or Jesus. We have the aspect of all these holy beings in us. We inherit part of the cosmic spirit. Basically, we are good. But at the same time, there can be something which can disturb that divinity, and you can be drawn to something which is other. We can go to the evil side also. But if you can develop any of these, you can develop the goodness or the evil thing. So usually we concentrate in developing the goodness in man. We can grow to a stature where you can become a Buddha. But if you are not cultivating that kind of divinity in him, you can be a lost being. So you can do anything to disturb the peaceful atmosphere in the society. So that is why we need, we find peace building and this kind of an orientation towards the good, towards the ultimate goal, that is very essential. That we have to start this with the youngsters. So I run a school also. We have so many the students, and we make students peace builders. So when they grow up in the society, they have this inbuilt kind of passion within them to become global citizens and to be peace builders, and not to be drawn towards the other side of the society. Definitely, the world is moving towards peace. See, we used to live with about 85,000 nuclear warheads and weapons at some stage at the height of the Cold War movement. But we could reduce it to be a considerable size of about 14,900 nuclear warheads now, and we hope to make it to the zero level. That is what we are aspiring for. It is possible. Peace is possible. These kinds of tensions are very, very insignificant for me, because occasionally you hear about some tensions and some war conflicts, but there has been considerable decrease in that kind of things. And also you find so many agencies, so many international groups working for peace. And United Religions Initiative is the largest or the fastest growing grassroots level interfaith organization. But we have partners all around us. If all these people join together, definitely there we can make an alternative peaceful world, because we should not give chances to the evil forces to thrive. When most of the people come under the banner of these peace building organizations, I think definitely we will build a better world, and that is the ultimate cosmic design. See, the world is not to be destroyed, the planet is not to be destroyed. Our children have to inherit a beautiful planet where they can live peacefully. But we have done so much harm, and the better or the earlier we realize this, the earlier we can make a peaceful and beautiful world.